everyone. It is Thursday, October 2nd, 2008. Whew, I had to think about that. Can you believe it's October? Anyway, my weigh-in was today, and I was 180.6. Yeah. So I maintained. That's okay. I know my period's going to start within the next few days, so I figure whatever. But, like, I've worked out more this week than I have in, like, a month and a half, so I don't really know what's going on there, but I accept that it's not always going to be a loss, and that's fine. So, yeah, 180.6, which is, like, exactly what I was last week, so whatever. Last night, or yesterday, I went for a bike ride with my friend Courtney. Again, we went 20.42 miles. Yeah, it was really fun. Um, I just feel like such a badass for going that far. It was pretty challenging, especially toward the end of the way out. We basically just went out and then back. So on the way out, toward the end, it started to go downhill, and we were like, I think we probably want to turn around before we have to climb this huge hill. So we climbed half the hill, and it was kind of intense, but we did it. So that was great, and it took us 2 hours, which is an average of 10.21 miles per hour, which is, and a lot of that was like going up a hill and then coasting down a little bit and then going up a hill and all these little kind of inclines. So you'll see the elevation, you saw the elevation graph in the picture. Anyway, it was really great, but it was quite challenging. It was a good workout, and I definitely burnt like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calories. The internet tells me I burnt about 1,000 calories. I don't know that I believe that, but at any rate, I'm sure I burnt a lot more than normal. So, I mean, the equivalent would be like sitting on the bike doing 10 miles an hour for 2 hours, you know, the stationary bike at the gym. That's quite a bit of workout. So, yeah, that was my awesome bike ride exercise. I'm getting this feeling, and some of you may be able to relate, I get this feeling about every quarter, about every 3 to 4 months. I get the feeling like, oh my God, I need to get rid of things. So I don't know if any of you ever feel that way, but I get this feeling every few months, and the last time I wrote all about it, it was in March-ish, in my blog, antishay.com. I wrote all about simplicity and simplifying the home, and now I'm there again, once again. I may not do anything, I don't know, we'll see. So, hoping they fit, I've got some cooking videos from this week, various meals that I made, and I'll stick those clips in here. So yeah, that's my weigh-in, and my like daily diary. I have a lot more videos I want to make. I have 3 tag videos I need to make, and I have another video I really want to make on success, which I've been planning for weeks now. And I also have this idea for, I've been doing the grocery haul videos, and it's been really informative, the comments I've been getting. And I've been talking to some people, and I realized that I spend a lot of money on groceries. But I don't know that it's necessarily fair to say I spend a ton, because I only buy groceries like every 2 weeks. So I spend $100, $130, but that's for 2 weeks. I also almost never eat out, maybe twice a month. Like, I don't. So that money is not, that money is going toward groceries instead. I also used to have a much smaller grocery budget, but now since I've quit smoking, my budget for cigarettes is suddenly like wide open, so that money is going toward food. But I had this idea where I kind of found out what the average single person in the middle lower income bracket spends on groceries and force myself into that mold for a month to see what happens. See how much healthy, good stuff I could buy if I were living on $26,000 a year, $20,000 a year. Because I think it's entirely possible. You have to buy bulk grains, you have to buy fresh food and not anything packaged. It's more effort, but I think it is possible to eat healthy with very little money. I just don't know that for a fact, so I would love to do an experiment like that. But anyway, the Survivor Challenge is coming up, and I'm in the middle of the Funky Backwards Challenge right now, and I'm going to New York in a month, so I think I'll just leave that all to possibly January-ish. So possibly next year I'll have some sort of little competition based on money, budgets, and eating healthy, and I don't know. It's all just sort of in the works, but I thought I'd share that with you. So I hope you're doing well. Ask questions. I've updated my profile because I get the same like 3 questions every day, like from 50 different people. So I finally just put all the information in my profile. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. Alright, kitties, I made this. The Dr. Oetker Organics. You add 1/4 cup melted butter, which is a half of a regular stick of butter, 2 eggs, and then you have to grease a pan, and I greased it with a little bit of canola oil. And these brownies are awesome. Here's one slice of brownie. It tastes just like any Betty Crocker, you know, seriously, any Betty Crocker or whatever, Pillsbury, I don't know who makes them. Brownies, like, completely, seriously, it's really good. I'm shocked. And it's all organic. It's all natural for you. Right on! I'm really excited. So here I am the next night. I am making stir-fry. Well, not stir-fry, I'm just frying up vegetables to put in the couscous I'm going to make. I've sprayed a little bit of olive oil in here, and now I'm cooking. There's 2 big mushrooms in here, like 1/3 of a red pepper, 1/2 of a green pepper, and 1 whole zucchini, quite a bit. Then I'm also making the couscous. I'm going to turn this on now. And it only takes 5 minutes. Once the water is boiling, you take it off and you pour in the couscous, and then it just sits there for 5 minutes and then it's done. So that's all the time I'll need to finish making the vegetables. And then I will have that with a reheated piece of the curry chicken and a couple potatoes from what I made yesterday. So besides the olive oil, I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and some pepper in here with the veggies, and that's it. Everything else is flavored. The curry chicken and then the couscous. This is the herb chicken couscous. I'll show you it when I'm done. So here is the final product. Peppers, mushrooms, zucchini, and chicken flavored couscous. So really yummy looking. And here's my heated up half a piece of chicken and potatoes. I'm going to put it all together and have it for dinner along with a sliced tomato. I put in probably a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I don't quite know how much. I just sort of drizzled it in there. Then I put in like 1/2 cup of water and the 4 chicken breasts, which were frozen at the time. I sprinkled curry powder all over one side of the breasts, and then I turned them over and sprinkled curry powder all over them again, and then I sprinkled salt and pepper, and I also ground fresh ground pepper, and then turned them over and put salt and pepper and fresh ground pepper on the other side. And that was oh, and I also put onion powder in the water. So basically just onion powder, curry powder, salt and pepper, and chicken breasts. I baked them on 385 degrees for 20 minutes. Then I added the potatoes. These are just potatoes that come in a can, sliced potatoes, and I added them and kind of mixed them in and then cooked it for another 17 minutes. The potatoes were only in for 17 because I mean they're already cooked when they're in the can, so I just wanted to get them warm. So now they're soaking up the curry sauce. I'm probably not going to eat much of the sauce because I'll just give myself one of the breasts on a plate. And here's the final dinner. Some grains, a bunch of veggies, a tomato, some chicken. I'm very proud. It's going to be delicious.